So the on the diet, the off the diet, that's a belief that there's a beginning and an end. So if I'm getting somebody ready for a physique competition, there's a beginning and an end to a certain phase of that way of eating. But if you look up the word diet in a dictionary, a few years ago the only meaning there was diet is a way of eating. So I would have my clients look it up, especially if they were in that whole on the diet, off the diet, good, bad, black, white, not living in the middle. So they would look it up in the dictionary and it would say a way of eating. So that could be the Eskimo diet in northern Canada. It could be the diet in Louisiana, the way of eating. Not good, not bad, just the way of eating. Unfortunately, the last time I gave that exercise to a client, I said, please look it up in the dictionary. She comes back and it says, diet means a deprived way of eating. I said, what dictionary did you look in? And so she showed me, and some of the dictionaries have actually changed the meaning to that. And I was really bummed out. I like the other meaning better. It took the bad, good, pound yourself with the hammer thing out of play. So the idea that we're supposed to be on a diet and control the things that we put in our mouth, I'm going to suggest that's like being a dry drunk. Does anyone know what that means? Okay, so for those of you who are new to that terminology, a dry drunk is an alcoholic who gets sober but doesn't have a program and white knuckles their sobriety, believing that if they only had enough discipline, if they only had enough self-control, that they're going to be okay. And having been around that community quite a bit, that's, in my opinion, a setup for going back out again. So if somebody is white-knuckling their food, guess what? You're a dry drunk. And there'll be a change in your eating habits at some point in time. So the mentality will go from, I'm controlling, I'm being good on my diet, I'm getting the goal, my knuckles are white, I hate what I'm doing, but I'm still doing it, and I like the results I'm getting. Well, at some point, isn't that going to blow? I mean, I don't mean that in a rude way, but I mean, isn't it just not going to work anyway? It can't. So the belief that there's a beginning and an end to a way of eating does not serve us. Lifestyle eating has ebbs and flows to it. It means that you are going to eat healthy, that you are going to eat unhealthy, that sometimes life will get in the way. There are mornings where I leave the house and I've got my igloo and I've got my snacks and my lunch and I've got all my food prepared, and I get busy brain and I leave it at my house. And I'm all the way there, can't turn around and go back or else I'm going to be late for my first client. Well, did I blow my whole day? Do I turn around and say, well, I'm going to go to Rubio's around the corner and have the most decadent thing in the restaurant? No. I am aware that, okay, I've set myself up for a challenge. But I know what's around me. I know I can go to the 7-Eleven on the corner and get a yogurt and a banana. And it's going to tide me over for a little while. I know that I've scheduled an hour for lunch to eat the food that I left at home. I can still get in my car and go up the street to Boston Market and get some rice and some vegetables and some chicken if I want to. I can even walk into Starbucks and get something healthy there. Did you know that all the restaurants in California now have to put the calories on what you're eating? Go to the Cheesecake Factory and see how much you'd be eating if you even ordered a salmon salad. 617 calories. The piece of salmon at the Cheesecake Factory is about 8 to 10 ounces. It's great food, it's healthy. The salad is huge. To me, that could be 2 meals. But the average plate there is about 2,000 something. I went and I checked. I've checked the menus at Chili's, I've checked the menus at Starbucks and a few of the other menus that I'm concerned with because these are restaurants that I go to. So do the same. Be aware of what you're putting in your mouth. So who has done this behavior? You go out Friday night with your friends, you give yourself permission to either have dessert or eat a decadent meal, and you go, well, I might as well enjoy my whole weekend, and the diet starts on Monday. I've done it. I mean, a lot of us have done that, or at least we know somebody who's done that. I'm going to suggest that your body doesn't know that it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so on and so forth. It just experiences what it experiences. So if you do give yourself permission to deviate from your diet on Friday night, and most of us do deviate from our food programs or from what we know is healthy, and typically it's more on the weekend than it would be during the week, you just get back on track at your next meal, healthy or as listed on your program. So there's a treating contract that I'd like you to write down. There are 4 steps to this treating contract, and this is a contract with yourself. So you don't even have to share it with another human being unless you see value in it. So number 1 on your contract to self is, I give myself permission to treat. So that suggests that you're doing it with thought, and it's not a random event. The second step is you quantify and you visualize exactly what your treat is going to be. I'm going to have 1 cup of chocolate peanut butter Haagen-Dazs ice cream, period. I know what that looks like, and I know that I like it. So I'm making this contract with the most important person in my world. And at the risk of sounding very conceited, it's me. And you are the most important person in your world, and so on and so forth. So we're all important in our own world. We don't go back on our word to ourselves. So if I say that I'm having 1 cup, 1 scoop of chocolate peanut butter Haagen-Dazs in a cup, and I go back and I have 2 and 3 and 4, I've just lied to myself, disempowered myself, and gone back on my word to myself. Not very positive. So you keep your word to yourself. Number 3, you enjoy your treat 100% guilt-free. You've already given yourself permission. You've already done the work of quantifying and visualizing it. You might as well enjoy it. And the 4th and final step is you get back on track. If it's a program that you're on, do it that way. Or maybe just a recommitment to nourishing your body with something healthy that supports your healthy fitness goal.